Hi, Flosstube.
I'm Rolanda.
And I'm Kylie.
And this is
Rose Crafty Corner. Welcome back to our existing viewers and subscribers. Thank you for joining us once again. And if you are new here, because we have had a slight increase recently, we're so glad that you've joined us today. And if you'd like to let us know how you found us, we would love to be able to thank whoever sent you our way.
Yes, we would. We definitely would, because then that tells us where we're getting promoted and talked about, and then we can go and check them out if we don't already know them.
Exactly.
So, yeah.
So this is our last video before Halloween. So next time our boards will be back to normal, boring stuff.
Not boring.
Not boring.
Not Halloween.
Not spooky stuff.
And did you like our cover photo, our thumbnail for this video? We put a little bit of effort into that to give you something a little special.
Yes. No tricks.
Just treats. We don't like tricks.
And a little bit of witch's brew.
She's loving this cup.
I am. I'm going to have some now.
Okay.
That'll keep me going for a little while.
The witch has had her brew. She's got a laugh for it too.
Yep. I've been practicing.
Oh dear. It's going to be one of those days.
We're both running on little sleep today, so it could get a bit silly in here. But
we're always on a crazy ride.
We are, but some days are worse than others. Today's one of those days. Sorry in advance.
To any new people, it's not normally
it's not always this crazy.
Yeah.
You know. We might have had a bit of sugar and stuff this morning.
Well, yeah, in the drink. Yeah, the coffee. Okay,
anyway,
let's get on with it.
Let's get on to what you're actually here for. So I've had some new starts because if you have seen our Spooktober plans video, I actually ended up with 13 different projects I wanted to start in October. So I have a few.
Sorry.
In the last fortnight. Warned you.
We did warn you.
I still have 5 I need to do.
Okay.
I need to start because those 5 I haven't got around to starting yet.
It's funny, like I had how many? Close to 30.
Too many.
30 projects.
Way more than me, like double mine.
And she's done more new ones than I have. So
yeah,
I've been very restricted. But
you've been busy doing other things.
I have, and I've been enjoying seeing all your new starts as well. So I'm kind of living it through you at the moment.
This is a new start that I did start since we filmed last. I did show that I was intending to do it. It was one I added since the Spooktober plans. I think initially I had 11 new starts planned, and then our last video I added another 2.
Yes.
This is a Beetlejuice inspired pattern, and it was created by Brianna Lentz, and we will link the webpage below where you can find this one. So I'm 2/3 done.
Yay!
Because you write the name, you stitch the name. Don't write it. Stitch the name 3 times.
You write it in thread.
Yes, that's true. So stitch it 3 times which, if you've seen the movie, you'll understand why that is.
I think if you haven't seen the movie, you'll understand too, because I haven't seen the movie and I know that they say Beetlejuice 3 times.
Yeah, okay. You'll notice I'm trying not to say it now because I've already said it once or twice.
Okay,
just in case.
I'm on tally 1, so.
So I do have to stitch another one. So I was hoping to have it as a finish for today, but I didn't quite get there. I stayed up a little later last night as it was to finish the second one. So I've got 1 more to go. So it's only 250 something stitches, I think. I can't remember exactly.
Can I just say I love the fabric?
Thank you. I dyed it myself.
It's purple, obviously. I love purple. Yeah. But I love the mottling of it and that sort of stuff.
Yes.
And you'll be able to fit something else small.
I will. That's why I started from the top, not in the middle, because, I wanted room to... And I wanted the lighter part for this so that the black would stand out a bit more. I was a bit worried this would be too dark for it down this end. So I went with the lighter side. And because I've got fabric from you, that I'm going to make this into a little pillow.
Yes.
And it has white and... all the colours in it, green and the purple
and
the black. So I wanted the whiter parts in to go with that. And then, yes, I will be able to use the darker part for something else at a future date yet to be
Some other
decided.
little small cushion or something.
Yeah, something I will work out for that one.
Nice.
So that is the Beetlejuice. Hopefully this will show up okay on here. Next, so that is I've done 456 stitches on the Beetlejuice one, and it's brought it to 66.67%. So yeah, 2/3.
Just over 2/3.
Well, no, it is because it will round up.
Yeah, of course it will round up.
So it is 2/3 because obviously I've got exactly the same one more to go underneath.
Yeah.
This one is the 3D Haunted House from Notorious Needle. I made a start on it. Sarah, I started. I haven't done much more than that. I've done 173 stitches, which only brings it to 5.54%. So, as I said, it's a 3D haunted house. So that's why I'm doing it on the plastic canvas. I believe this is a 10 count, so it's going to be slightly bigger than the one that Sarah has done on Notorious Needle. She did show it in her last video because I commented and said that I was going to be doing it. So then she showed.
And hers fitted in her hand. So yours will be a little
hers was
bit
on a
bigger.
14 count canvas. So mine will be slightly bigger, but not heaps. It's not.
So you may still be able to fit it in your hand.
Well, that is as wide as that one section is, and as deep.
And is that the length of the house, or is that the width of the house?
I'm
confusing you now.
Yes, you are. Because I can't remember. I just started on page 1 of the pattern.
Yeah.
So whatever that was. And it is free pattern. If you sign up to Notorious Needle's website, the newsletter, then you can, she sends there's a whole bunch of patterns that you get for free, and that was one of them.
And being this one is a 10 count, you said?
Yes.
How many strands of threads did you use?
Good point. So Sarah, hers was on a 14 count, so she used 2 strands. I've used 4. I tried it with 3, and then we looked at it and decided it wasn't quite enough.
Yeah, it was a little bit sparse.
And with 4, I can actually just pull 2 threads and then do a loop start, so it's actually easier anyway.
And it gives it that nice solid look.
Yes, so it gives it a better coverage than when I was using the 3.
Do you want to do a close-up for me?
Well, I don't know.
See if we can do a close-up for you. The light might.
Stop moving.
There we go. I'm trying to get the light on that.
It's a bit dark, so it may not show up very well. So I made a start.
Yes.
Anyway, so that was that one. And then I started on Halloween Quaker.
She was loving this one.
I do really quite like this one. It is, I'm doing it on a 20 count fabric, and the fabric is called Turbulent. It is an opalescent fabric, and it is from Paddock Lane Designs.
I really like that
really
fabric.
Beautiful colour, and this is only one portion of the fabric that I got, so I'll be able to do lots more things on this beautiful fabric.
Oh, so you got quite a big piece and cut it down?
I did, okay, yes. I cut this to size.
Lovely.
So it's actually not all that big. That's rolled up a little bit, but it's, I'm really loving that. And I decided to start down the side. I did it when we went to our stitchy meetup because I started in the top left corner and I was doing it at home, and in this size frame where I sit and I have my magnifying light to the side of me, it didn't reach far enough over to the left of me.
Yes.
So I decided at our stitching meetup to just keep working down that left side for a bit, and then when I'm doing it at home, I will just keep working across.
Move across,
so that
it becomes into the magnifying area.
Yes,
space.
Exactly. Because on 20 count, yes, I do need a magnifier, and I'm doing it 1/1. Mostly, I'm using the Cold for DMCs, but I am substituting some of the specialty ones with some variegated threads that I already had in my stash to try and get a similar look.
Nice.
So in the instructions for this one, it does say you can blend 2 DMC threads to get the kind of variegated blended look, but because I'm doing it 1/1, I couldn't do that.
Of course. So
I have used just some variegated threads that I've picked up along the way.
Nice.
Op shops or dish dashes or wherever.
Stash.
To use up my stash rather than going out and buying specialty threads just for this project when I already had things that could work for it.
Yeah. Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
I mean, why go out and buy something if you've already got something that...
Exactly. Sorry, people, we're having camera issues today, so we've had to revert back to my phone.
It's all happening.
It's been a day already.
It's a crazy day.
So I was talking about Halloween Quaker. I think I said everything I wanted to say except for my numbers on it. So I did 683 stitches.
Yeah.
Which has only brought it to 3.8% because it's quite big. So that is that one.
Wow.
And
600 odd stitches and it's at 3 point, what was it?
3.8.
3.8.
Yeah.
Okay. Crazy.
And my last new start just this week was this is called Happy Spookyween, and I'm doing this on an 11 count ecru Ada because I do have a plan for this. I've done some other ones by the same designer. It is Cute Embroidery by Kate. She also goes by Kate Stitcher on Facebook, which is why I had to hesitate then to think which one I was saying. This one was in Just Cross Stitch Magazine Halloween 2023, so just last year.
Nice. And how many threads are you using for this?
So I am still only doing 2. I'm using my random/unknown threads, and some of them are actually a bit thicker. The black is not, but some of the other ones are a bit thicker, and they've actually given a full enough coverage. Yeah. But because I've done, I think it was the winter one in the same sort of style, and I only did 2 threads on that one, so I'm keeping them all the same.
Yeah.
So that one I've done 478 stitches, which has brought it to 46.32%. Nearly halfway. It actually stitches out quite quickly.
Nice. Yeah. Very, very nice.
So those are my new starts. What have you started?
I've got one new start. Not as many as what I would have liked this October because I have a few that I'm itching to start, but I'm conscious of how many whips I have overall.
Already, yeah.
And for the end of and there's still more to add. So my one new start is Halloween Spooktacular by Little Dove Designs on Etsy. Actually, I might give that to you if I can. Little Dove Designs on Etsy. And it's also in the Cross Stitcher magazine issue 362, which is the October 2020 edition. And in that one, it's called Simply Spellbinding, if you're after the pattern in the magazine. This one I loved. I loved working on it.
It's very cute. I might need to do this one too next year, maybe.
Yeah, I love Little Dove Designs. I think they're very not adorable is the wrong word. They're very cutesy, but they're very addictive, like to stitch. You know, when you start, you don't want to stop.
Yeah.
I spent 5 days on this one. I did 2,496 stitches. That's including some of the back stitch, and I'm at 15.99%.
Okay, and what's the fabric? What count is that?
Fabric is 18 count opalescent, and I bought this one from Crafty Threads.
It looks good on that side. On that,
yeah.
I feel like if you went sort of bigger, it might lose some of the cutesy.
Yeah, and there are white ghosts in this one, and I didn't have an issue with picking the white fabric because around the ghosts they're backstitched.
Okay, so they'll still show up.
So they're still going to show up, and there's a lot of blacks and oranges and purples in it and greens. And there's a few golds and things, so it's hard to pick a sort of fabric. I was going to go with light grey, but then I thought, no. I'll stick with the white opalescent. So I'm very happy with that one.
I do like the opalescent.
I can't wait to get back to it because it's, as I said, it's very addictive, this one. So,
and you got sort of blocks of, like sections of colour where that would go really quick too.
Yeah. So I took this to the Stitchy meetup and I was like, what am I going to work on? And then I just pretty much did the grass and stuff. And because when I went to the Stitchy meetup, I think I only had the words in. And then
partial words, I think, because you did it at Craft as well.
Yes. It was funny because I started in the middle, right? And we had in for the Halloween. And then spoo. So I was joking around.
Spoo.
I was joking around with the ladies. It's starting at in spoo. And then it went to ween spoo.
Yep.
And then it went, by the end of Craft, it went to low ween spoo.
Yeah.
It was funny how
now it's got the actual full words.
And then as soon as we got the full words, it was a like,
yay! Totally changed the meaning of it.
Yeah.
All right. So that was your only new start?
That was my one and only new start.
All right. So we will move on to our whips.
Whips, yep.
So I have done a little bit of travel stitching, waiting around stitching. So my little Christmas bear has come out to play again. I need to go in. You're covering his hat.
Oh, sorry. Big fingers. Is that better?
Yeah, you got him?
Okay, cool.
Okay. So this is my little Christmas bear, and this is a Joan Elliott design through
Fox Collection.
Fox Collection. I was like, Fox something. Thank you. I lost it. So my little Christmas bear in the last fortnight has had 127 stitches, and that brings him to 60.44%. So he's actually coming along quite well. So you can see I've like brought his nightgown down. So I think that's nearly at the foot there. And then the present will go in there with you can sort of see the outline of where the bow will go on the present.
I still haven't started mine. I'm thinking I might start mine at Christmas time.
Yeah.
Because you're getting along with this quite quickly.
And considering I'm not spending heaps of time on it, it's just when I'm doing some travel or if I've got one of my kids had a presentation at school, so I was sitting, and I might only do 10 or 15 minutes while I'm waiting for that, or, on the train. We'd hoped to do some stitching on the train to our stitching meetup, but it was, they were doing track work, so they were running some rail buses, so we were swapping between buses and trains. It was just too hard, so we decided not to.
The buses were completely packed, so there was no way that we would have been able to have a seat each.
No, and room to do stitching, and it was bumpy and
squashed in.
It was not pleasant.
No, not at all. I was glad that I got off.
Yes, so was I. Very relieved, and so that was not fun. Basically, let's just leave it at that.
Yeah.
So I would have probably had a bit more done on that one.
Yeah.
Had we been able to do stitching, if it was a normal train trip, but it was not. Yeah. So the next one that I've got is Hazel, my Gothic witch, and with Hazel in the last 2 weeks, I've done 403 stitches, which has brought her to 2.35% because she is a full coverage, decent size one. Can't remember how many stitches the whole thing is, but
I'm quite amused today by how many stitches you've done on each one and the difference in the percentages.
Yeah, because of the different size projects.
Yeah, I'm quite
I've got a few small ones, and then I've got a couple of bigger ones.
Yeah.
So 127 stitches got the bear to 60.44.
Yeah.
And 403 stitches has only got Hazel to 2.35.
Yeah.
So last time, I'm starting in the left-hand corner, and I only sort of did somewhere to there last time. You'll see in the picture. So I've come quite a way over. So then there's like an arch, and then she'll be here somewhere, but it's going to take me some time to get to her because I will continue across. Till the page finish, and then I will work all these park threads down as far as I can.
You can see the grey parts coming in.
You can see some different shading coming through. There is actually more than 2 colours in there, but it only looks like black and grey, but there's browns in there. And
well, by looking at the park threads, there's a few
you can see the different colours in there. Yeah, some of them are, repeats, but so there is actually.
Oh, yeah, there's browns. And
when you actually look at it.
When you look at it close up.
Yeah. So that is Hazel, and she is from Digital Patterns World, and I'm stitching her on a 14 count white Ada that was in my stash. That was the right size.
Lovely.
Because I don't need a specific colour or anything when I'm doing full coverage, so the whole thing's going to be covered. And then the last whip that I worked on is the Stitchonomy Halloween sale. So last time I was up to the basilisk. So then I've continued on and filled in. I didn't get a chance to do the one that came out yesterday, and I obviously haven't done today's yet because we're filming first thing in the morning. But
you've done more than me.
I'm actually quite proud of myself how well I have kept up with it. But, most of them are only small within the box. There's not heaps of stitches. None of them have been full coverage yet within the square, which is good. And yesterday's one won't take long to catch up. There wasn't a lot to it, so it'll be quick and easy. today's one I think had a bit more. It's a griffin. So I
have to share with you, right? The reason why I'm laughing is because when I came here, I said to Kylie, "Oh, today's one's Gryffindor," thinking it was Griffin, you know, the bird, and she's like, "No, it's Griffin. Gryffindor's in Harry Potter." I'm like, "Yeah, it's all the same to me."
So it's interesting. I was talking to my husband about this morning. I said, I feel like it's more like a mythological sale rather than Halloween. You know, old-fashioned beliefs and creatures and things rather than Halloween. Not what we tend to think of as Halloween, but it's been interesting. We learn new things.
I suppose it's not a commercialised version of Halloween.
No, and it was called Ye Olde Halloween.
Yeah.
So, yeah, just not what you typically think of as Halloween, but each square, when you get it in the email, has a bit of a description about what the thing is and how it actually relates to whatever and whatever it was used as in the, you know, way back when.
Yeah.
So it's
it has
been interesting.
It does give you a bit of information.
Yeah.
About
so I am using the called for DMCs on that with my own tea dyed fabric, not the called for fabric. The one they called for was much darker. I quite like it on my colour actually.
Like I was saying to you yesterday, I've looked in the Facebook page and there's people chose their own colours, and you can see if you go to the Stitch on Me Facebook page, you'll see people have chose different colours for it. I quite like the lighter colours.
Yeah. I'm glad I went with a lighter one now.
I'm a bit disappointed that mine is so dark, but in the beginning...
Yours is closer to the called for colour.
Exactly.
It just, I think their called for was a bit dark personally.
Yeah, so never mind. It is what it is.
With the Halloween sale, I added up my stitches this time for the last fortnight because I have it in a planner, so I just added up all the days since then, and I've done 1,712 stitches on it, plus 901 back stitches.
So was that just in the last fortnight?
That was just the last fortnight, not the total.
Yeah. Yeah, you're much closer to finishing than I am.
Yeah, I've been keeping up with it most days. I've only been one, maybe day and a half behind, I would say, because sometimes I get all the cross stitching done, but not the back stitch.
Yeah.
And then sometimes if I miss, then the next day, I basically call that a day and a half.
Yeah.
Because I've got the full thing to do for one day plus the
half a back stitch
from the previous day. So
we know what we mean.
Yes.
That's all that matters.
I promise I speak English real good.
English is our first language.
Most days, except when it's gibberish.
Yes.
So hopefully later today, once we're finished editing and everything, I will get a chance to catch up with that one.
Yep. Beautiful.
Yesterday's and today's.
Now I need to pull my finger out.
Yes, you do.
But I've been super, super busy with other things, so that's why
we will get into that later.
Has taken a little bit of a
rest.
Backseat, would you say?
Yeah, it's on a little hiatus.
It's like, not today.
Yeah, no.
Now I'm going to show you the difference between both
of
ours
them together.
To start with. Now, if we go like this, perfect, excellent. Now, as you can see, I'm still
a little behind.
A little, yeah. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.5 days behind.
Yeah, I think before you started last night, I think I looked at it and you were a week behind. So yeah, you caught up a little bit last night.
Yeah, a little bit. I only did 60-something stitches last night. So,
still all counts
for the whole day.
It all counts.
Yeah, I won't go into that.
Not yet.
Other things were happening. So I have done 4 days in total. And I've done 1,188 stitches. I didn't separate my back stitch and my full crosses. There are little personalizations where Kylie has her zodiac symbol. That will change for me as well, obviously, because I'm a Taurus and you're a
Gemini.
They
did give all of them. The one that was. The one that was sent out was for Aries because that is the symbol of the lady who designed it. But she did send, as part of the pattern, all of the other zodiac signs. So you could personalize it in that way.
Yeah.
So that is the only way mine would probably differ from someone else's who is doing it in the called for colours and from the pattern, and then obviously the fabric would be different. But that's the only personalisation I have done.
The other thing I'm doing is I'm trying to use my random threads or my ones that like have no name. So random threads is like things I get from op shops and things like that.
D-stashes and things where they don't necessarily have labels on them sometimes.
And then my no-name threads is ones that have the labels on them, but I don't know what company they're from. Like they might be missing the actual company name on the label. And it's just got, one band around.
Ones we're not sure that are DMC, basically. So anything basically, that's not.
There are randoms.
Yeah, that's what we call our random threads.
Since last time.
Oh, yes. Do a comparison of that.
Yes. So I'll just.
Hold yours up on its own.
Hold this up on its own by its little self. And hopefully I'm getting that in shot.
Except for the tiny last line, which is only got nothing in it anyway.
Yeah, no. I think the last time I finished at the mortar and pestle, which is the third row down from the top. I think. So everything, the 2 rows below that is what I've done.
Okay.
All right.
Very good.
That's that one.
All right. So that was the end of my whips with that one. So now we'll get into whatever else Ro has. You got any other whips?
I do.
Yeah.
I was like,
we gotta check the list sometimes to see what we're doing.
I was like, where is it? And because it's so big, it was
down on the floor.
So, so this is my other whip, and this is Halloween calendar. Now, Adelaide Stitches are stitching this one as well, and she's the one that enabled me to buy this pattern. So, which we forgot to show that in the digital haul last time, but anyway, it doesn't matter.
Oh.
So I've been working on this, and I only got it a couple of days before October started. So I was busily trying to finish the frame, and I'll show you a picture now of where we were last time because it is quite a big one.
It's going to be hard to show them both on the screen at the same time, I think.
Yeah. And so I was working on the first couple of days and getting the top banner done, and now I have.
Ta-da!
The whole frame finished.
Yay!
And the whole top row finished.
Excellent.
I made a bit of a personalisation in this one.
As we do. Accidental personalisations.
I was counting and counting and counting, and I kind of accidentally added an extra block of 10 in.
Oh, okay.
So you may notice this one is more rectangular. This row here is more rectangular than square. But you know what? I don't care. I'm happy with it. I'm just going to centre it.
It's a one of a kind.
Yes, it is definitely. I'm just going to centre
each thing within it.
So on and so on and so on. But yeah, I'll have plenty of room. It's not smaller than the other blocks. It's actually bigger.
Yeah. Well, that's it. It'll still fit in there. It'll just have a little bit more space around it.
Yeah. So that's where we are. I'm sorry I didn't keep up with you, Adelaide.
Adelaide's been doing really well keeping up with hers every day.
Yeah.
She's been posting little mini videos of her progress each day.
But
and whatever else she's worked on that same day. I don't know how she gets that much done.
I think she was really smart in having all the frame done before October.
Yeah. Well, so that's like what we did with the Stitchonomy one. We had because they released the frame a week before. So we both managed to get the frame done before.
Yeah. And I think from there, she's only had little bits to do in each box each day.
But some of them are really still quite big.
Yeah.
Like some of them are still 300 odd stitches. I mean, the Stitchonomy ones are only like 100 and something. They're not even 200 stitches.
Number 15's a doozy. It's a full coverage.
That's the full coverage one, yeah. So, and that's what I said. We haven't had any full coverage ones in the Stitchonomy one yet.
Yes.
We don't know what's coming, obviously, because it's a mystery cell.
I'm loving working on that one. This one will be worked on again very shortly. And this was by a tiny modernist. It's called Halloween Calendar. I've worked 5 days on it. I did 2,187 stitches, and it's at 28.59%.
Very good.
So, yeah, I'm just going to go back to number 4, and I'm just going to continue working across. As you get to and then as I do that, I can just roll it up.
Yeah, it's on a scroll frame.
Yeah, and then I can just go the next row and so on and so forth.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Good plan.
Yes. Okay.
Any other whips from you?
No other whips, only a finish.
You have a finish? Okay, well, I don't have any finishes. I got close. but not quite there. Next time, I really hope I will have some finishes. So let's see your finish.
I'm so excited about this one.
This is very cute.
Okay, this is Skelly Dancers by Daily Cross Stitch. Now, am I in camera?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, good.
Beautiful. Now, I don't have a photo of this one from last time.
She forgot to take one.
I forgot to take a photo.
But
she last time...
this one in the middle done.
Yeah.
The black one.
The black one. I had the full... Because I remember talking about it being a third done. And it
but not quite. Because the arms are linked.
Yeah.
This black one has actually a couple of less stitches in each arm because the other arms overlap it.
Yeah, that's right. So I spent 4 days on this one. I did 725 stitches, and it's now at 100%.
Woo! We love finishes.
We do. And I really wanted to get this one finished because I was like, it's all, like I was doing the one colour at the time. Like, so when I did the black skeleton, I did all the black.
Yeah.
And when I moved to the magenta, then I did all magenta. And then the orange one was the last one. And I could stitch this one in hand.
So a very small one.
Yeah, this one, because I used... like I just fold it up with the Wonder Clips and hold it, and then I just stitch it in hand. So it is quite quick for me to do that when I'm doing it. And so it was very cute and very quick.
Yes. And do you have a fully finished plan for that one at this point?
I had a couple of different ideas. I'm still trying to weigh them up.
All right.
So
TBD.
Yeah. Yeah.
To be decided.
If I can find a fabric that can go with it nicely, that I find matches it really well, I'll finish it into maybe a pillow or a wall hanging or something like that. If not, then I'll frame it with just a black frame.
Yeah.
Nice. So that's my finish.
Only the one finish. All right. I have a couple of FFO'S.
Yay.
So this one is not a Halloween one. This is the bookmark that I did a little while ago. I have fully finished it. I've put the rainbow rickrack around it because I used the Fairy Lights thread from Silks for You to get that look, and I decided to put the rainbow trim around it, and then I've put on the colourful books in the bookshelf with a little bookworm over there on the back of it.
It's perfect fabric for that.
It just suited it perfectly, and I already had that in my stash. I picked that up a little while ago from Spotlight, I think, that one.
Yeah, I got the same one.
When they had one of their 10 for $10 fat quarter fat flats. I grabbed that one because I knew that I would end up using a books one.
Yeah.
Don't look too closely. My sewing's not the best. I'm learning.
She's coming along. Like
I'm getting there.
Every little thing that she does, she gets better.
I got to practice. I am learning. Each time I do something, I'm like, oh, I should do that differently next time, because that didn't quite work.
That's the only way to learn.
Yeah.
Is to make the
trial
mistakes
and error,
and then realize you've made not even a mistake, but realize you
just could have done it better.
A bit better.
Yeah. So a couple of things I was like, I could have done that a bit better, and I'm not used to.
I should get her onto my sewing machining.
Yeah, I'm not used to all the settings on the sewing machine that I've got either. It's just a little craft one, and some of it's not clear. And anyway, it was cheap, and it suits my purposes most of the time. So
and you're only doing like occasional things,
small, and they're small things. I'm not doing
heavy duty stuff.
Making quilts or project bags or all the things that you do. I'm only doing little things. So that was one that I got finished, and then I fully finished this one yesterday. This is my Petite pumpkin that I stitched at the start of the month, and I've just I stitched 2 of them, so they're back to back, and the cording I got from Spotlight. I think I showed it the last time or the time before. I can't remember. It is part of their Halloween range. And I just thought that would work perfectly. I was going to try and do a tassel at the bottom, but it didn't seem to want to fray nicely for me because it has got a metallic through it, and it's got like white something, and then it's like been braided over it. So it wasn't going to fray nicely for me, but I'm like, you know what? It's just got a couple of little legs.
I like it perfectly how it is.
I do. You like it.
I think it looks great. I think sometimes we can do too much.
Yeah. Because initially I was going to put the cording around it as well, but I think that would just, it might be too much. And also it would be a lot harder because this runs through the length of the thing.
I also
so
think
that it won't pull out.
if you had the cording around it, it would take away from the focus, and the focus
Yeah.
is the actual stitch piece.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like the other things are just the decoration.
Yeah,
so
that's right. And I think it would it might come in too close then to sew it on. So anyway, I like it like that.
Lovely.
So I can now use that and put that on my stitches in my Halloween, scissors in. I'm getting my words confused. My scissors in my Halloween bag.
Awesome.
So I'm so excited that's finally done.
Lovely. I didn't have any FFO'S.
That's okay though, because you had a finish.
Yes.
And you will FFO that eventually. And like we said, we've been doing other things. So
should we go into that now?
We shall go on to plans. It's part of plans, essentially.
Yeah. Yeah, okay.
All right. So the first part of the plans is more Halloween stitching.
Continue on with Spooktober.
Yes, through to the end of the month. So I have 5 more projects I need to start.
Holy moly.
So that's going to be interesting. This weekend is the Strident sale in the Whip Warriors Facebook group. So for that, I will be continuing on and trying to catch up with my Stitchonomy sale, and also one of my new starts, and that is Boos, Hisses and Cross Stitches.
Oh, yes.
From Primrose Cottage. It's not an official sale, but it went out as a freebie in a previous newsletter at the start of the month, and heaps of people are doing it.
Yeah, I want to do that one too. So.
And there you go. So it in the Strident sale, it doesn't have to be an official sale with a hashtag and all the rest of it.
Yeah.
But we're both doing it, and plenty of other people are doing it.
Yes.
So I'm considering that a sale.
Yep, I would too.
And it's not a huge one. So if I can focus on that over this weekend, I should get a decent amount done.
And like when you're doing your Stitchonomy, that doesn't take up your whole day. So
no, it doesn't.
Whatever you do on that little square, and then move on to...
generally, depending on the day. Today I might not, because we're filming and editing and stuff.
Yeah, some days are busier than others.
Yeah, but sometimes, like my husband works from home most days, so we sit together and watch something while he's on his lunch break. So I'm sitting there stitching, so I quite often get the Stitchonomy one done in that time. And then if I have time to stitch later in the afternoon or that night, that's when I'll move on to something else. So I will be doing a combination of the two of them, because obviously I don't want to limit myself to just saying I'm doing the stitch on myself, because then what else am I going to do?
Yeah, exactly.
So I have put 2 projects in. I've put 2 projects in for that reason.
Yep.
Because I will be doing.
Well, I guess
I can only do the Stitch on Me cell as far as it
each day
has. I can't go further.
Yeah,
because it hasn't been released yet.
That's right.
So I have to have something else. So I decided on that one, because it is only small. I should be able to get a fair amount done over the weekend, and then possibly get it finished next month.
Ooh.
Because it's less than 2,000 stitches.
Yeah.
And there's hardly any backstitch, so it should be a fairly quick one.
Strident sale, I'm going to be continuing on with the Halloween calendar.
Yay! And the Stitch on Me sale? Maybe, if there's time. If she's got time, we'll see.
Because I do have other things I need to do as well.
Yeah.
So I do want to get quite a bit done on this one, because this is the larger of the 2.
Yeah.
The Stitch on Me sale.
And you're enjoying that one more.
I am enjoying this one more,
yeah.
Yes. When before the Stitch on Me sale first came out, I thought it was going to be more like the cutesy.
Yeah. We thought it was going to be a bit more Halloween-y than what it has turned out to be, based on previous ones they've done.
Yeah. So at this point in time, I'm just going to continue on with what is drawing my attention.
Yes.
And that is the calendar. That's not to say that I might not stitch on the Stitch on Me sale, because I probably will throw a few stitches here and there.
Yeah.
But that is my main focus.
Yeah, fair enough. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. And into November, the first weekend in November, we're off to our cross-stitching retreat.
Yay! I can't wait.
So that is not far away. It's just over a week.
I know, right? It's like, I still keep thinking it's like a month plus away.
Yes, I was speaking to one of our friends last night on Zoom, and she was like thinking it was the week after. It's like, no, it's next week, darling. Get ready, get organised. So
start packing.
That's right. So I have worked out what projects I want to take with me, whether I work on all of them or one of them or whatever. If I'm talking to I will work on something. I'll work on something, I promise. So the theme this year, they have a theme every year, is rose tattoo.
Mm-hmm.
And I found in my stash this tiny little rose one.
Nice.
I think it might have come from my neighbour's stash. I'm not sure where I got it from. But it is only small, and I have kitted it up with my unknown threads and just a small scrap of 14 count, I think. So I may even do this in the car on the way up since I'm not driving. Be a problem if I was. Chauffeur.
Can you stitch mine at the same time stitching yours?
No. So I've got that little one. So as I said, it might be just travel stitching that one because it is small. I mean, it's small enough I could probably knock it over in that weekend if I focused on it.
And you're taking up Supernatural as well, aren't you?
Yes, I am taking my 2 Supernatural projects because our friend Jeanette is coming. Yay, she's coming with us.
I'll have 2 passengers.
Yeah, so that'll be fun.
So the road trip starts as soon as I pick them up.
Yeah, basically. It's the first retreat for Jeanette too, so we hope that she enjoys herself. We'll do our best to make sure that she
I'm sure she will.
I'm sure she will too. It's great fun.
And
it's great time.
I like this retreat where the accommodation is like very close to it.
Well, yeah, everything is included in the cost as well.
Yeah.
So we didn't have to find our own accommodation. It was all included.
And like if you need time out in the middle of the day to have an hour to yourself,
you can go for a walk or sit somewhere else or go back to your room, have a nap. Some people do that.
Yeah.
Because you don't sleep great.
No.
I find.
And some people need a
bit of downtime
break from people.
Yes. Yes. Well, even one of the ladies on Zoom last night was saying that, you know, it's going to be very people-y because it's going to be about almost double the size of what we've had before.
There's around 65 coming to this one.
62 at last count, I was told on the weekend. Yeah, because a few people have dropped out.
Mm-hmm.
But
fair enough.
You know, she might get some last-minute additions.
Maybe.
And there'll be space for them because there's a few.
Yeah.
So, yes, it is going to be very people-y compared to
last year.
The last couple of years that we've been. We only started going 2 years ago when we joined the
group.
We're
in a different room to what we were.
We're in a bigger room.
We have more available space for sit more people.
Yes. So it's not like we're cramming, you know, nearly twice the amount of people into the same size room. We've got a bigger room, which is going to be great.
The last couple of years, the room we've been in, I don't think you would be able to fit.
You wouldn't be able to fit anymore, and we'd be sitting on top of each other because we almost were anyway.
Yeah, we were quite full because you know we have the vendors in that same room as well. So everything is there in that one room. And then, I mean, if we didn't have the vendors in the room, possibly we'd get another table or two.
But then there'd be no shopping.
Yeah. So
we like the shopping too. So we will do some.
I'm looking forward to seeing it in the larger room.
Yes, I am too, and how the setup goes. And hopefully, if it works well, that's the way it will continue. Because it's nice to have more people there and meet new people. And we've had, you know, a few new additions to the group as well. New people have been coming to the meetups.
Yeah, and there's new people coming this year that
haven't been before.
Haven't been to one of these retreats. Yeah. Well, this retreat before.
Some of them know any retreat.
Yeah, some of them are first timers.
Yes.
So it's a mix, and that's what I like, is having people who go all the time, some people who go every now and then the new people as well.
So that'll be good. So the main project I want to focus on, but may not end up focusing on, is the Binging Faves Supernatural project from Creatively Stitching on Etsy. The reason I want to focus on it because, well, I want to get it done for one thing. But I can do that when I'm at retreat because I'll have my magnifying lamp because it is on a linen, which I can't remember the count. I think it might have been 32. I'd have to double check.
Yeah, I can't remember.
But it's quite fine. So I need the magnifier. I need to be able to focus on it without having children pulling me in all directions. You know, if somebody stops by and has a chat or whatever, or I can chat while I'm stitching, it's fine. I can do that. But it's the total pulling of my attention to have to get up and get them food or whatever.
Whatever the case may be. Yeah.
So it's hard to do it at home or, you know, at any craft groups where I have to take the kids with me. So
and you're probably going to be more relaxed because you don't have that.
I don't have to worry about what they're doing.
It's like,
not home.
They're not here. Their father is taking care taking care of them, but
he better be.
You know, he's parenting them for the weekend.
Yes.
So you don't even need to sort of like sort of be half on.
No.
Do you know what I mean?
No,
you can
that's
fully
right.
get into the stitching.
Yeah, so that's the main one I want to focus on. But if I find that it gets too much on the linen, because I'm not the biggest linen fan, but I do love the colour of the fabric that I'm using for this one, which is from Petite Designs as well. So I do want to keep going with that.
Yeah, of course.
But I don't know if I could do it for the whole weekend. So I am taking backups.
Yeah.
The Little Rose is one of them.
Options.
And Baby in a Corner from Industrious Owl Endeavours. It's in the same project bag, my Supernatural bag that Ro made me, with fabric that Jeanette supplied. So thank you, Jeanette. She has a matching one. So so I'll be taking that bag, and it has both of my Supernatural projects in it.
Yeah.
So I will have the option of working on Baby, and Baby I think was on a 14 count, so that would be pretty easy.
And you're quite far along with that one too.
I am reasonably far along with that one. I
you may even get a retreat finish with that one.
I don't know if it's that close, but
depends on how much time.
It depends whether I get stuck into the binging faves one and actually enjoy doing it, or whether I swap.
Yeah.
And then another option is the retreat pattern that will be given out at retreat.
Yeah.
I have been able to kit it up because the designer is a friend of ours, and I proofread the pattern for her, and we made some little tweaks, just a couple of things that didn't quite,
made it better.
Yeah, just slight improvements. I mean, the pattern's lovely. I really like it. But so we can't show you that one until after retreat because we don't want spoilers for those who are coming.
Yes.
So,
and the thing is, it's a retreat pattern, so that's where it's released.
Yes, exactly. So it is secret stitching. I haven't started stitching it, but I have kitted it up.
Yeah.
So
wonderful.
Those are my plans for retreat. Whether I do one, all, something in between, I don't know. We'll see.
You never know, you might find something on the freebie table that draws your attention.
That's true too.
Or someone might be destashing something that, I fall in love with this. And because Lisa from Petite Designs is coming, and she's bringing her
pretty much the whole shop, I think.
DMC stash, like the threads to sell.
Yeah.
And so if you need to kit up something that you've just found, if it isn't already kitted up.
Well, I was just going to say, I picked up my Titanic kit, the full kit, on the freebie table at the first retreat we went to.
Yeah.
Not that I would have started that there, and I didn't.
Yeah.
Because that took a lot of setting up.
Yeah, it took setting up. And you need to put it into markup.
Yes. And so I'd scan it and all the things.
Yeah.
And it's a little bit of a complicated pattern too. So, but I still love it.
Requires extra thought to start.
Yeah.
Yes.
So, but, if there was a small kit that someone was destashing.
Yeah, you needed a skein of XYZ, it's going to be there.
Yeah.
So, lovely.
So, and what are your plans for retreat?
Alrighty. I have plans to do a couple of new starts. I told you I was restricting myself this month because I want to do a couple of new starts in November. Okay. So she's having a mild panic attack here. Alrighty. So this one is what is it even called? Flower 212.
Okay.
Now, I must say, I picked this up from either an op shop or a D-stash market or something like that. I had it in my stash, and I thought, well, I might as well stitch it. It fits
the theme. It's 11 count,
yeah. So I don't think I'm going to need my magnifying glasses for this.
Probably not. No. 11 count's pretty easy.
Yeah. So because it's roses, that's why I picked
it fits in the theme.
Yeah.
Oh, Egyptian cotton threads.
Egyptian cotton. Yeah.
And it's a full kit.
Sort of older, so it's like stuck.
Stuck to the plastic a little.
So that's why I can't take it out of the plastic for you.
Yeah, it'll just ruin the picture.
Now, my next one that I want to start, I bought this from Spotlight a few months back, and I showed it when I bought it, is the Hummingbird and Fuchsias. And this one actually is printed on the fabric. So all of that background is printed. And then where you stitch the bird and the flowers and the rest of it is all printed on the actual fabric. So you're just stitching over the crosses. So I don't think I'm going to need my magnifying glasses. Now, I have 2 whips that I'll be taking up. I'm taking options because I don't know what I'm going to feel like stitching, when I'm going to feel like stitching.
We're there for like 2.5 days. So we go up on the Friday and we come back on the Sunday.
Yeah.
So, you know, and when all you're doing all day, every day while you're there is stitching and eating.
Yeah. And I know myself.
You get bored easily.
Yeah.
Whereas I'd happily stitch the same project the whole way through as long as, you know, I don't hate
I'm also going to be a vendor up there, so that's going to take up some of my time. But the 2 whips I'm taking up is the 2 stockings I need to finish. So the first one is Flamingo Stocking. That is by Stony Creek Designs. And that is going to be a gift for Christmas. So I need to get onto it.
Got to get onto that one.
And then the other stocking is the Nutcracker Stocking, and that's by Donna Cooler, and that's in her Christmas book. So I'm taking those 2 up because I need to, because I haven't been able to work on them during Spooktober. So I need to get back onto them and then get them fully finished in time to give as a present for Christmas.
Christmas gifts, yeah.
If I need another change or a swap or whatever, I've got 2 more pattern kit things here for new starts. So I'm going to take them just in case. So the first one is One Stitch at a Time, and it's by Tiny Modernist.
I like this too.
Yeah.
So you've picked this up at an op shop or something?
Yeah.
D-stash, something like with that little price on it?
Yeah, a little $1. Yeah.
Yeah, I quite like that one too.
And if I got it from, I think I got it from a D-stash, but usually when I go to a D-stash, I pick up a few patterns and they usually end up giving me a discount further.
Yeah, or throwing in some extras or something.
Yeah, because I've picked up something. So it could have even been free, I don't know. Yeah.
It looks like one that came with a magazine or something at some point.
Yeah, I'm not sure.
Maybe.
Possibly. But yeah, it's
very cute. I like that one too.
It's not huge either. It's, what is it?
Does it have the stitch count?
70, roughly, 67 by 67.
There you go.
Yeah.
Squishy.
Yeah. So it's not big.
That'd make a nice little pillow too.
Yeah. And then the last one, this one I know I picked up at a D-stash, is a Christmas one. And I'm thinking I possibly might use a Silks for You variegated for the words. So it says joy, love, peace, and presents. I'll leave the presents all the same because it's obviously a kit. But I'm thinking I might
come with all the threads and
might change the wording. I'm not 100% sure because I'm, options. We're gonna have options.
Yeah. And you, if you did decide to start that and you weren't sure what to change it to, it's a great place to ask people, what do you think would work there? And you get some different ideas that you might not have thought of as well, just having the room full of people. Yeah. Even just the people at our table. So
and it's good that, Silks for You are going as well. So we can actually go there and look at the silks in person and go, okay, well, yes, that suits that project, or no, that doesn't suit. What is there anything else that'll suit it? You know what I mean? Yeah. So I'm looking forward to that.
Yes, we've already got our eye on something from Silks for You.
Well, I've got my eye on quite
you got things. Well, I've got at least a couple in mind.
Yeah, I've talked her into something possibly.
It wasn't hard. You showed me and I was like, oh, yes, please.
So that will be in the...
We will do some filming while we are at retreat, particularly of any haul that we get. There's usually a goodie bag, and if we pick up anything off the freebie table, we'll, probably go back to our room and just sit and do a little bit of filming for that.
Similar to how we did with the Stitch Cruise. Yeah.
So that it's away from, all the noise of the room.
Yeah. And we have some peace and quiet so we can concentrate on what they're telling you.
Yes. Yeah. And you can actually hear us because there's no background noise and stuff. So
now the one and last plan that is not set in stone yet, it's a possible plan, is Haid, Heaven and Earth Designs, coming out with their 2025 Haid sale for next year. Now they did one this year, and it was on sale at the end of last year in December, and you had to buy it before, before December finished, I think it was. And you bought one, and if you finished 4 pages of that design, you got all 10 patterns that were available.
Wow.
If you finished the whole design, you got all 10 patterns plus 2 freebies from the website of your choice.
Wow. That's a lot though, because like Heaven and Earth, are they all full coverage or mostly
they're all full coverage? But the thing is, with these ones, they've taken a snippet of the bigger pieces. Yeah. So the particular design that the people are stitching this year is not like a massive full coverage. Okay. It's
I was going to say, because that's
like
a lot.
zoomed in crop.
You wouldn't
version.
be able to do, anything else if you had to keep up with one of their full size ones.
Day and night.
Yeah, to keep up with it, to get the freebies. But if you can, that sounds like a lot of fun.
Yes. So
I don't know that I stitch enough to do that.
This morning, just before we got on.
Okay.
And I've seen the most recent post. We'll put a picture in here of what I saw this morning on their Facebook page.
Okay.
All throughout this month, I think it was about halfway through the month, they started releasing teasers of like what's to come. And it seems to be every couple of days they're doing a new teaser. And as they go, they have less of the heaven and earth stickers covering the pictures.
Oh, okay, yeah.
So slowly, you're actually seeing more and more of the picture.
Mm-hmm.
Now, what I saw on this picture this morning, I have two in mind. One is flamingos. And I know someone very close to me who loves flamingos, who I would stitch this for a present. And the other one is very bright colours. And to me, I can't quite work out what it is, but it looks like food and drink and those sorts of things.
I'll have to have a look later. I haven't had a chance this morning.
Yeah, so there's two options so far. So that's why I'm saying it's not set in stone yet. So once it comes out on November the 1st, you'll see all the patterns that are available to pick from for that sale for next year. And then you can go into purchase. So, yeah. Fingers crossed. I'm not sure if the sale that they're running next year is going to be the same as what it was run this year.
Or whether they might
Those details will come out on November the 1st. So stay tuned.
Yeah.
Might update you in the next one.
That will be maybe retreat.
Yeah.
In the filming we do for retreat, because that is the 1st of November is when we go to retreat.
Yep.
That'll be fun. Now,
next week.
Speaking of retreat and vendors, would you like to tell the people why you haven't been doing a lot of stitching?
Okay, the reason why I haven't been doing a lot of stitching is because when we go to retreat, I am going to be a vendor and I'm going to be their Rose Crafty Corner. And I've been making up a heap of project bags and Ort trays.
Oh, did you have an Ort tray to show? Somebody asked the question last one of our other videos.
That's right.
What they were.
Okay, so these are the Ort trays. So they're a flat piece of material as you store them. And when you put them together, you snap the snaps together. This may be a little noisy, I'm sorry. Okay. So it's snapped together, and this is your little tray.
Yeah.
So you put your Orts, which is your old ratty threads, old random threads, other random threads. What people have a lot of different names for them.
A lot of people think it's an acronym, but it is actually a word that means scraps.
Yes.
It's an old-fashioned word.
Yeah.
But these days people tend to use it as an acronym.
So I've heard quite a few
different ways of
as
an acronym.
Yeah.
But basically when you finish your thread and you snip off, it's the tiny little bits of the ends that you can't use for anything else. You pop them in there, and people either keep them for various things. I started last year putting mine into the clear baubles that you can get as a Christmas decoration, and I'm going to put the year on each one so I can sort of do a comparison, colours and the amount that I've had. I also saw recently somebody used a stuffing for something similar, this size, your little scissor fobs.
Yes.
You can use them as stuffing, or you just, when you're finished your stitching for the day, you go and chuck them in the bin.
I've seen people use them in the baubles for like their full coverage pieces.
Yeah.
So, for example, with Hazel, for example, you would put all those ones in one, and then that would have written on there Gothic Witch,
what it was,
the designer and the year.
I'm just doing all of mine for the year.
Yes, and then some people do all of them. So then they have multiple for the whole year. They can see what they've been using.
But some people just throw them out.
People like myself, I stick them in here, and then I just tip it into the bin because
it just saves you getting up all the time or having a mess on the table. Yes. It keeps it contained.
Yes, and then so for Kylie, once she's put all of them in here, at the end of the day or the end of the stitching time when she's out, instead of it being like this to carry home because they'll just fall out, you fold it in half.
Undo all the snaps and fold it in half and snap it shut again.
Yeah.
And it keeps them contained in there because they kind of stick to the fabric as well.
Yeah.
And then, doing up the snaps
and
just
so they don't fall out at all.
And then you get home and you put it into whatever you keep it in, if you keep them.
So you can store it flat again. You can store it like this. I wouldn't suggest storing it like this because it'll get squashed and over time
it would just ruin it, I think.
Yeah, it would damage it. So you could store it like that, or you could store it flat. Yeah. If you don't want because if you store it like this, you'll end up getting a crease. But if you're only gonna take it home
and then empty it out, then you can leave it flat in your project bag, which is what I tend to do.
So they're the Wrought trays. Yes. And
so there will be...
These are two of the designs that I've actually made. So I'll open them back up.
There will be plenty of those to available at the retreat as well.
Yes.
If you are coming, and I'm going to go out on a limb here and say there'll be matching ones to the bags.
Yes, they will be. So we got a Halloween pumpkins with the pussycats.
That's very cute. And
then this one we've got all bright sort of lollies and
fruit lollies and gummy lollies they are, because there's a gummy bear.
There's a
one there.
Gummy bear just there.
Yeah, very cute.
So I've been making a heap of project bags.
Which is why the stitching's taken a bit of a backseat.
And it does take me quite a while to make the batches because I make them so many at a time, and I do all the first step together, and then I move on to the second step.
A bit of a production line, but it's a single person production line.
Yeah, single person production line.
Yeah, it would be quicker than doing all the things for one bag and getting that fully finished, and then do all the things for the next one.
Yes.
So
because when I'm ironing, it's quicker for me to iron
multiple
bits
things,
and pieces. The same thing over and over.
Yeah.
Where I'm sewing, it's quicker for me to just sew them. You know, rather than one at a time.
Yeah.
So that's it.
Yeah. And other than that, in November, my only plans are to try and finish some of these little Halloween ones that I've started, because quite a few of them are only small. Even the ones I haven't started, there's only one other largish one, and that's Flying Lesson.
Mm-hmm.
All the rest of them are small.
We were going to start that one together. So let me know the day you
I was thinking craft next week.
Okay, perfect.
Because I can start all my little ones between now and then.
Yes.
After the Strident sale this weekend,
yes,
I basically need to do a new start each day to get them all done, because I'll only have 5 days.
Look at you go.
But that's why then in November I'll be trying to finish. And anything else that's small, I have the bookmark from the cruise, which is getting closer to a finish. So, there'll be that, and there'll be any of the other small Halloween ones I'll be working on to try and get them finished, or as close to finish as I can, before December, because in December we'll be having a Christmas plans video probably.
Yes.
For what we're doing then.
I do have another plan for late November, but I will fill you in down the track for that. Yeah.
Closer to the time.
It's no use me filling you in now. You'll forget about it. So
okay.
Yeah.
I'm not sure I even know what that is, so it is a mystery.
You do.
I've just forgotten.
Yeah.
Fair enough. All right, well, we will move into hauls so that we don't take too much longer. We both recently got some needle minders from Magical Minders. I just got the one, which is Winchester Coffee, so that's another supernatural one, because I only had one supernatural one, and I need two because I have 2 supernatural projects. And I've got it just in time for a retreat, which is perfect.
And then I picked up these ones. Now, this gem one here is a replacement, but the rest of them are brand new. So I lost the gem one. Don't know where.
Still don't know where that's gone.
No.
Tis a mystery.
It's disappeared. So these are the ones I got.
Yay.
From Magical Minders.
Yep. And while we're on needle minders, I completed one of my Whipco squares, which was FFO project. I actually did 2. So I got to open another box from my Caterpillar cross stitch advent calendar from last year. I've been using as a reward system if you haven't seen us before. And this was the needle minder, and that is Maple the Reindeer. So that will go on my Maple the Reindeer project when I get to doing that, possibly this Christmas. I'll not give it away. We've been to a few other shops. Went to Big W Adelaide, if you're watching. candy corn at Big W.
Mm.
I know we sent you some,
Yes.
but if you need more, or if you know anyone else who wants to try it, Big W.
But that's not where we originally got the one from that we bought for Adelaide.
But it was the same
choice.
I'm pretty sure it was the same brand and everything.
It is the same brand.
So, but then we've since seen it at Big W as well. Yeah. So I actually bought that to take to craft next week because we do have our craft group on Halloween.
Thursday.
So that's going to be one of our treats for
so
Halloween.
Then other people can try.
So we can all try. Like it. And also, if we don't like them, then we don't have to eat them.
Yeah, that's right. It's not a waste.
Other people can eat them.
Someone will take them home if we don't like them.
Yeah, that's right. So we don't know. I went to Kmart the other day, got little Halloween clips.
Oh,
the little sparkly ones.
They're cute.
And I actually thought they might clip on. They're just like a slide clip.
Like a little hair clip.
Yeah, they're in the kids' hair section.
Yep.
But I thought, that could clip onto like one of my little pillows or something that I intend to do. For a lot of my little Halloween projects, I do intend to make into little pillows because I would like to have a dough bowl for our display for next year. Mm. So that's my intention to finish most of them. So I thought, that could clip onto a corner of one of those or something.
Yeah, for sure.
So they were cute. We both went to Lincraft after our Stitchy catch-up on the weekend.
We did. I bought some DMC threads. I'm not going to show it.
That was all you got? Yeah. I got myself a little witchy. And again, she could just sit in the dough bowl.
Yes.
In amongst the pillows. There's a little decoration. Or we could have put her up there somewhere. But I got some little wooden spools. Mm-hmm. I do have some plans for those, so stay tuned. Mm-hmm. I'm not going to give it away now.
Secrets for a business, that one.
And I got a bead board as well. So I do intend to make some more froggers and pins and things, and I use beads for those.
Yeah.
Even to decorate some of the pillows, I might do some decorative pins or something for those. Yeah, and so, so they were marked down and were quite reasonable. And we had a $10 gift voucher that just got sent out to us from Lincraft, which was great. So we went and spent that. So that's going to help me with all those things.
I love it when we get like free money.
Yes. I know. And it's like, don't really need anything, but I'll find something.
That's why I just got DMC threads because I didn't really need it.
And that's what I said. If I hadn't found other things, I would have just stocked up on some threads because it's free money, people.
Yeah.
Why wouldn't you? We've been to East Coast.
We have.
Fabrics, and I got a couple of different fabrics. I fell in love with that one, nice little Halloweeny one, and I thought that would work for some of my little pillows. And I've got the paw prints, and I do have a plan for that.
Mm-hmm. I have this one at home.
Yeah. So, you showed me yours. I'm like, oh, that would work with what I want to do. So that's a future project that I want to do. Yep. So stay tuned for that one. And we've been to Daiso. We both got some things there. Mm-hmm. I got a couple of little jack-o'-lantern, just the little plastic ones. And, again, they could go in the dough bowl as a little decoration.
I got a little key ring.
We both got the key ring.
Oh, you got the key ring too, yeah. So we got the pumpkin, wee ghosty, and a little bat.
Yeah. So, again, we thought we could take them apart and either use them as zipper pulls or decorations or something on the pillows. And we both got some of these.
Yeah.
And
then I got this one.
You got a different one as well. So this one in front row didn't get, but she got the other two.
Yeah.
And same thing again, we thought, we could use them either as zipper pulls or pillow decorations or whatever.
It was nice and cheap.
They were nice and cheap.
And then Kylie picked this one up for me. So it's got like little bobblehead things. So there's a pumpkin, a Frankenstein, a ghost, and a bat. So there'll be some sort of decoration similar to the dough bowl thing. Yeah. And
while we're talking about the dough bowl, we got these from the Reject Shop.
We did.
So I thought they would be cute in a little dough bowl as well, and I'm actually thinking I might have to go back and get Mr. Pumpkin over there.
If you want to hold that one, because I actually got
a couple others.
Well.
So yeah, I think I might go back and get this one, but I just got the wee ghosty to start with. And then they're cute.
And then I got elixirs and snake tongue brew.
Yeah.
So they're all for like, decorating our boards and things.
Putting in the shelf on the board or putting in the dough bowl or whatever.
And then I got a little blue pumpkin.
That's cute too.
There was no orange pumpkins or white pumpkins. I know people like white pumpkins. I don't know why there was a blue one because I don't
I don't think I've ever seen an actual blue pumpkin.
But I don't associate blue with Halloween.
No, it's not really a colour I usually. But anyway, it's cute.
Yeah, it's cute.
I think the only white ones they had were like ceramic ones that you paint yourself.
Yes, and I didn't want that.
No, I didn't want breakable.
And then I got 2 little tinsel decorations. So a wee ghosty and a witch's hat. Yeah, I'll put the hat on.
You just about could, couldn't you? That's so cute.
Find out something for that.
Yep.
And then
anything else from the reject shop?
Yes.
Yep. More.
2 little bows for finishing.
Because
I thought they're cute, and this will be for a Christmas finish because it's with the Christmas section. And then I saw these little wooden ornaments, and they're just like MDF, you know. So there's a whole bunch, and they're all sea themed, sort of themed.
So you're getting hubby to paint those up for you?
Yes. Yeah, I'll get him to paint them. And then my plan is to put them with one of my beachy themed or under the sea themed projects.
Yep.
So there's a reason why I bought it.
Yeah.
And then that's not that one. That's different.
That's from somewhere else?
Yes.
They were from Daiso. We already did Daiso.
That was Reject Shop too. So a little gift tin. I forgot
a couple of other things that she got from Daiso.
Yeah.
Well, when we went together.
Happy Halloween. So that's like little wooden things. I'll get him to paint that too. And then these we saw at the Stitchy meetup, and one of the ladies had made them into
tiny little pin cushions. They were so cute.
So I got a couple. So yeah, I thought they were really cute.
Yeah.
So that was that. And then this was from Reject Shop as well. So I got a little note diary for 2025. And the reason why I got it was because it gives you like a whole week at a time. And I don't need a big planner. I just need something like that.
Just to write down the projects you've worked on, and the number of stitches and all those sort of things.
That's it.
Yeah. All right.
Sorry, I do have something else.
Wait, there's more.
Reject Shop, I got some ribbon and twine.
Ah, yeah.
So
Nice.
they'll be used
Christmassy
for
ones.
the Christmas finish that I have in mind for this year.
Yeah. All right.
Okay, that is now definitely it from Reject Shop and Daiso.
Okay. All right. There was another little cheapy shop in the same shopping centre as Daiso, and it was called Hot Bargain. And I got another one of the little Christmas tins, the one that sort of stays up. So I can put, a little mini travel project in that one. I might even put the rose in that for the car stitching. That could actually work.
Yeah.
So that's that one. I got, actually, while I was there as well, from that shop, sorry, a little bit of crinkling, I got some beads. Because as I said, I want to make up some pins and froggers and things. So I thought they were very cute ones. So they'll go with my bead board, which will work out nicely. And from, we mentioned choice when we said about getting the candy corn for Adelaide. I got some of the little, I think they're called gourd pins because of the shape of them.
They're sort of similar to a safety pin, but they're like got a
bulby bottom. And I thought, they would work with one of the little charms or something to pin to one of my little pillows when
You could even put some of your beads on there and attach it as a zipper pull or something.
Yeah. And then from Spotlight, I've been shopping, people. I've blown my budget. I'm in trouble. I got
wait till next month.
I got some. I've already spent that, and I haven't even got there.
I know. Anyway, that's why I'm saying it.
Yeah. So I got some of these they're jewelry pins. They're kind of like kilt pins, and again, they could pin into a little pillow and put charms or beads or something on those as well.
Definitely.
And I also got some gingham fabric from Spotlight as well.
It's a navy blue, I think.
Yeah, it is, because I think I've already got some black, and this was like $1.60 for one of the remnants in their remnants baskets, and they're always handy ginghams for finishings or backings or whatever. And I got another set of my hoop frame things for stitching. And my husband got me, and I have not used this yet. But
this was I know what this is.
It's a frame point driver. So for doing your own framing, instead of being limited to where the frame comes with, the little tabs that you fold up and fold down to fit your thing in, so that I can make my own. basically, so I can put them wherever I want them and don't have to squash my project.
Yes, and you can put as many as you like.
And put as many as I need and wherever I need them. So that was something that I did ask for, and he got that for me, so that was nice. So that's all of my haul. Did you have anything else?
I did. Now, when I went to the craft show a couple of weeks ago.
Yeah, I think it's been a couple of weeks now.
I bought one of their bags that they were discontinuing, and they didn't have the colour there. Like, they didn't bring the stock up. They only brought the samples.
Okay.
So she sent me up what I had purchased. Now, if anyone's heard of Yazzie bags, what I'm about to show you is a Yazzie bag. They are fantastic. They come in all sorts of designs. They come in quite a few colours now. And they've got a lot of different sorts of bags. So it's not just like one sort of bag and that's it. So they have a lot of different varieties of bags, and it covers quite a few people, like from people that are quilting, sewing, cross-stitching, embroidery,
all the things. One of the ladies,
have a knitting one.
One of the ladies on the cruise, one of our friends actually had a Yazzie bag, and I think it was a 2-sided, and it was like the clear vinyl. So she was able to keep a couple of projects in and see. Bag. It was project bag. So she put her cross stitching in. She could have a couple of different projects and be able to see what was in there.
Yes.
So it was really good. I'm like, oh, I want one of those.
Yeah. So they're not cheap, okay, but they are fantastic, high quality, and that's what you're paying for. And they're Australian made as well. So I've spoken to the lady who owns the business and goes to the craft show quite often. And I bought this one, and this is the one that she sent to me. So I bought the deluxe double organizer. They do have a website. We will list the stuff below. And this is what it looks like from the now. It is new, so it's still sort of squashed a bit, but it will expand and fill out.
Yeah.
So you've got the top pocket, and that's where I plan to put like a hoop or a frame if I can, or any of the larger projects.
One of these small ones. And there you go.
And even in like this section here, because that is quite deep. Yeah, this one. It's quite deep once it expands out, and then all the section underneath it. Sorry, as I said, it's brand new.
Yeah.
Has all these pockets, and they keep going.
But wait, there's more. Oh my goodness, so many layers.
Yes, so it's
you'd be able to put all your threads in there, wouldn't you?
Yeah, so you could put a project in each one if you wanted to, if you're traveling or whatever.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Good retreat bag.
Yes, and so that's the bottom. So it does expand quite a lot because by the time you put your stuff in there.
How many pockets?
And as I said, this was one of the discontinued ones, so it was on special. And the price I paid for, I'm not going to tell you the price, but the price I paid for it was fantastic for the amount that you would be able to fit in there. And so I plan to be using that
a lot.
Coming soon.
Very
Let's
good.
put it that way.
Yeah.
So I'm glad that arrived. Now I've got a bunch of paper I've been cleaning up.
This was my other haul too.
Oh yeah, that was your other haul.
I had to say this was from Coles shopping.
Yes.
Supermarket.
Yes.
My witch's brew.
If you're wondering, like I was, it actually does go down a little bit into the
just a
feet.
tiny bit, just a tiny little bit.
Yeah, there you go. You can see the feet now. So yes, we've been very busy. We've got lots of stuff to clean up and organise. Was there anything else we need to chat about? I don't have any racks. Do you have any racks?
No racks. I haven't been watching any new Flosstubes, just all the same ones that we've...
I've been watching my normal...
Actually, that's a lie. That's a little bit of a lie. Sorry. The little scissor fob that I made, I did watch a tutorial, and that was from a lady named Catherine Drummond, and we'll link that one as well. So that was a tutorial I used. She has one on making your own cording and stuff, but I'd pre-bought it, so I just watched the one how to actually finish the scissor fob. It was very, very useful.
I haven't been watching a lot of Flosstube because I have been so busy in the craft room sewing up a storm. And it's a bit hard. It's a bit hard to hear the TV and
with the sewing machine going.
And when I'm sewing flat out. So it's like, so it's very loud and very fast. So I wouldn't be able to hear it anyway. So there's no point in watching it.
Yeah. So that was the only new one I watched. All the others have just been the usual that we've mentioned before. So
yeah.
Okay. I think that's it. I think we're done. If you've gotten this far, thank you for watching. Please like, subscribe, comment if there was something you particularly liked or that you're working on. I know one of our friends is working on Halloween Quaker, as is actually Jen from Jen's Fibre Web. Mm-hmm. She's working on hers too. She's been doing a wheel spin similar to what Adelaide from Adelaide Stitches has been doing. And I commented on one of her videos just recently and told her that I got up to 13 Halloween projects, and she asked me if I had a favourite of the 13, and I said it'd probably be Halloween Quaker. She said that was her spin for the next day. So we're both working on that, but I think she started in a different spot to where I've started. I started in the top left-hand corner, and I think she started down the bottom somewhere, and our friend Denise is also doing that one, and she started with the witch because she wanted to do the witch, and then now she's going moving across. So again, we're starting at different points, but eventually we will meet up somewhere.
Speaking of favourites, you've just got my brain ticking. I don't know. I think I have two contenders. It would be either the Halloween calendar by Tiny Modernist, or it would be the Halloween Spooktacular by Little Dove.
Yeah, they're both nice.
I don't know. Like they're both pretty equal for me. They're both pulling me. Like. Stitch me! So,
can't choose one favourite because again, you can have two.
It's like when you have kids, I've been told you can't choose a favourite. But
depends on the day.
I think some parents do.
I think some days, one might
be
more favourite than the other.
Yep. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
I think we're done. We have lots of treats. So remember, no tricks, just treats. So we might dig into a couple of these soon.
We may do, and some of it might actually make it to craft group next week. If it,
yes.
We are. We will. We'll bring some.
We definitely won't.
We'll bring some. We're not going to eat all that between us in the next week.
Could you imagine the sugar high we'd be on?
Ooh, no, we're bad enough. Alrighty. So thank you for watching. Thank you for joining us. Thank you to all our new subscribers and everybody for watching. We really appreciate it. And until next time,
please like, share, subscribe.
I did say that.
Oh, you did? Okay. Beautiful. She's on it.
I don't think I said share.
Okay. We'll add the share in.
Yeah. Until next time,
stay crafty. Now, if we go in a little bit, you'll see a difference in the whoops.
You'll see a difference in the whoops.
Let me just.
That's a blooper. You'll see a difference in the whoops.